everybody, this is Mike Kleinstub, and I wanted to spend a little bit of time today talking about contractors. I'm in the middle of actually 4 rehab projects, and over the past couple of years I've made some good decisions with contractors, and I've made some very poor decisions with contractors. Sometimes those bad decisions were based on emotional decisions rather than what should have been good common sense and warning signs that I did not see at the time. So I want to go through a number of things that you guys need to look for when you're talking to contractors, because a good contractor can be the difference in making money and really losing money. So the first thing I would suggest that you do is get a recommendation. I have all the time on Facebook, or a text will come in and say, hey, I've got this project. Do you know anybody that's a good contractor? Can you give me a recommendation? That's a really the best way to find it, a recommendation that comes from somebody else on projects that have been done, somebody that they have worked with personally, not somebody that says, well, I've got somebody who worked with somebody else. I like to have recommendations that are first-hand experience so that I know they did good work for this friend of mine. I've seen that project, and I know that it's probably somebody that has some value to them. So recommendations are number one on my list. I'm not a big fan of going to like Home Depot and grabbing cards off of the box that they put up there, because those people are not personal recommendations. Number two is an interview, and I would suggest your first interview be on the phone. Are they willing to come out and see your project? Do they want a fee to come see your project? I never pay an estimate fee. Some people will do that because they want to offset the cost of that. Well, a good contractor is going to want your business and is going to want to work with you, and so I never pay for estimates. So phone interviews. Ask things like, do they have insurance? Are they bonded? How many projects do they have going? It's always important. If a contractor has 9 projects going, then the follow-up question may be, well, how many crews do you have? Because you don't want them to take your job on and then find out they've got 7 other jobs and they're splitting time, they're not using full crews, they're stretching out your time, and time is money when you're rehabbing properties. Do they have a list of people that you can call and talk to? Can you go visit the job site? So phone interviews are the best, and you can usually get a good sense if they're answering your questions in detail or whether they're just skimming answers not to provide a lot of information. Once you've done that, you're going to want to meet them face to face. You're going to want to look at their truck. And I know this sounds maybe a little silly, but if they bring a truck with tools, go look in the truck and see how the tools are. Are they clean? Do they clean up after themselves? Are they well dressed? You don't want somebody that throws tools in the back of a truck and is wearing a ripped shirt and ripped jeans, because that may be an indication that they don't take care of the fine details, and they won't take care of the fine details on your project. So meet them face to face. Ask detailed questions, ask for detailed answers when they're looking at the project. Next is investigate. Find out some job sites that they've worked at and go look at them. See if you can stop by a project that's actually in progress of being done to see the crew, see how they react to each other. Does the crew get along? Are they on the job sites a long amount of times? Do they stay at the job sites? Meaning, do they supervise and stay there, or do they start the project, go on to another, and leave a crew, a sub crew at that job site? I like it when my general contractors stay at the job site and are there and can take care of problems that may come up. So always investigate your projects. Get written bids. You want to see the bids. You want to make sure that the materials are the materials. You don't want to come in and say, all right, I want laminate floors. Well, what kind of laminate floors? Do you want a 79-cent a square foot laminate hardwood, or do you want a $1.98? So there's a very vast difference, and make them give you samples of some of the materials that you'll have. After you get your contractor and you're comfortable and you know you're going to be doing jobs, they may start buying in bulk. I have a contractor now that I've worked with on 2 or 3 projects, and they are comfortable with me. I'm comfortable with them. We are good with price. We're good with our process. And so they're starting to buy more in bulk and pass that savings on to me. You want to be careful that contractors don't overbuy stuff like paint and tile and laminate floors. and you're paying for it, and then they hold that and they use it for other jobs. That's how they tend to make a little bit of money, is by overbuying some of these products, not using all of it, and then using it for others. The other thing is some contractors will say, all right, well, I'll work on a cost plus 15% basis, meaning they'll do everything at cost. You pay for the materials, but then they go over to Home Depot or another big box place, and they're in the bid room, and they print out a receipt, and it shows the price, but they're not telling you that that they're getting a 10 or 15% discount. So that 15% that they're really working on is really 30%. So make sure that you know what the real numbers are if you're paying for the materials as part of this. Number 6, set a pay schedule. Current job I have right now is a $15,000 rehab job on a townhome. I'm paying, I personally will pay 25% at the start of the project, and then I'll give another check when more work is done, but I will always hold back 15 to 20% that I will not pay them until after the punch list is done, when we're completely finished and we've had the inspector come in and the inspector has said, hey, everything looks good. Lowball offers is number 7. Get rid of your lowball offers. Yes, you're going to say, why? Why would I get rid of the lowest offer? Sometimes you get what you pay for. And those lowball offers mean that they're lowballing the time and the materials, and then they're going to get into the project, and then you're going to find their hidden things that they didn't account for. Oh, this came up, or hey, we had to spend more money on this. So usually the lowball offer usually isn't the best one. Sometimes the highest offer is the best one, because it's going to get the job done best, and you're going to get the most bang for your buck. And the vital thing is get everything in writing. Again, I touched on it a minute ago, but make sure that you are product specific. Make sure you know what those are. Make sure the timelines are there. So I've seen people put in a monetary I don't know what you'd call it, but monetary damages if the project's supposed to be done in 3 weeks and it takes 6 weeks, that you may have it written down that will cost the contractor money because he's not on schedule, and time is money on these. And then make sure that there's no liens on the property, and that you get a lien release, meaning that when the job is done, you have them sign some type of waiver that your attorney can do for you. I'm not an attorney, so I can't give you legal advice, but I go to my attorney and I have them draw a release saying, all right, the work is done, I owe you nothing more, you've been paid in full, and so you cannot have any claims against me. They can cloud title down the road. So those are a number of things that I would suggest that you look for when you're working with contractors. If you have any questions, email us at or go to our website and send us a question at truelife360.com. Until next time, have a great day, and we hope to see you at our mastermind event coming up in February. Details will be on the next page when we say goodbye, and this is where I say goodbye.